Today, Indian railways require that train crews sound their horns continuously and reduce speed when approaching stations where large numbers of people may be on or near the tracks. This rule exists because on 19 August 2013, the Saharsa Patna Rajya Rani Express struck a crowd of Hindu pilgrims at Dhamara Ghat station in Bihar, killing at least 28 people and injuring 24. The victims had just disembarked from another train and were walking along the rails toward the Katijani temple when the express, traveling at about 80 kilometers per hour, hit them. The accident revealed a clear signaling and human factors gap. The railway network relies on signals to tell drivers when a line is clear, but those signals protect only the track occupied by trains. They do not detect people on the line. At Dhamara Ghat, there was no automated system to warn the driver that a crowd had gathered on the rails, nor any physical barrier to keep pedestrians away from the running line. The human factor was the sudden movement of a large group of pilgrims who, after alighting from a passenger train, crossed or walked along the tracks without realizing an express was approaching at high speed. The driver had no way to know that the ahead section of track was occupied by people, and the standard horn blast, if given, was not sustained long enough to alert the crowd in time. Because the existing signaling could not protect against this type of intrusion, engineers re-engineered parts of the network to add layers of warning and speed control. Stations that attract large gatherings now have public address systems that broadcast approaching train announcements well before a train arrives. Train crews are instructed to sound the horn repeatedly from a greater distance and to lower speed to a prescribed limit, often 30 kilometers per hour, when passing through such zones. In some locations, track circuit upgrades or axle counters have been added to detect the presence of any obstruction on the line and automatically trigger a stop signal if someone is on the rails. These changes turn a purely train-centric signaling system into one that also accounts for pedestrian safety. As a result of the Dhamara Ghat tragedy, Indian Railways introduced mandatory speed reductions and enhanced auditory warnings at stations prone to crowd buildup, improved coordination between arriving and departing trains to minimize the time passengers spend on tracks, and invested in better public address infrastructure. The goal is to give both drivers and pedestrians more time to react, reducing the chance that a high-speed train will encounter people on the line. While no system can eliminate all risk, these measures close the gap that allowed the 2013 accident to happen and aim to prevent similar loss of life in the future.